Hey everyone, welcome to our year in review. My name is Jim. I'm the host of the Boots of Whiskey podcast. So we did a lot this year, and I wanted to kind of go through everything, seeing it was our first full year in operation. As a lot of you know, we started this thing at the end of end of 2021. As a kind of a it's kind of a podcast where I was just talking to myself like I am now about country music and the things I liked about it or didn't like about it or whatever. And I got really bored with that pretty quickly, so I put it out there to the masses about whether or not they wanted to come on and tell their story. So, a year and a half later, here we are. We've gotten some great opportunities this year that, really within the first year, I would never have guessed or ever have guessed at all that we would do. So I just want to go through a lot of that with you. It started off at the beginning of the year. Somebody had said to me, why don't you do like concert reviews and stuff? And I was like, well, I don't know. I reached out to a few venues and I was like, hey, is this a thing? Can I, what do you think of this? Here's some ideas. And they were like, yeah, let us know. Come on out. So we were really grateful for that opportunity, and we got to meet some great people on the venues around here. It ended up bringing us to our partnership with Bold Point Park this summer, which I'm super grateful for. We did some things at the House of Blues in Boston. We did some other things. And this year, I am happy to announce in 2023, we are going to partner again with Bold Point Park and do their shows with them and for them and everything that comes in between. So we're going to do more reviews. We are going to probably be a little more picky about the shows we go to this year because we also have our partnership with Off the Rails. So we got a lot of shows with them coming up, some great shows with them actually coming up. In the next couple of weeks, we're going to be seeing Cadillac 3. So I'm super excited for that. Hopefully there'll be an interview with them. And I think they're going to try to, we're going to talk to them about getting us into the Judds too. So, and then Chase Matthews is coming with Kid G and Avriana. So that's what's coming up close to now. But those two partnerships with those venues are huge for us. And we love everything we're doing with them. I think it's been a lot of fun to do what we do with them. Two very awesome venues, very great companies that we get the chance to work with. And like I said, whether they're on YouTube here or on TikTok, we're going to do more reviews. We're going to do way more reviews this year. Last year in 2022, what happened is that we went to all these shows and they were like back to back to back to back to back. And so when you're doing back to back to back shows and then you got to come home and be dad or, be husband and be, all these things and then go to work full time, it was hard. It was hard to get out reviews. So I apologize and, to everybody that I should have did a better review for and just was like, hey, we're here. Those reviews should have been done. But, you can go back and check out the posts we made about them and all that. So, it is what it is. It's a learning curve, right? Your first full year, learning curve. This year we did a lot of episodes for the podcast. We hit episode 100 back in early October. And New Year's Eve, we will finish off season 4. And January 2nd, we will start season 5. And we're going to kick off season 5 with somebody who's near and dear to us, April Cushman. So that's super exciting. We're also going to, in the first month of the year, we are going to do all of our episodes have like a story to them, that the story is more important than the music. That's kind of how we do this show anyway, but I feel like these 4 or 5 episodes really are the catalyst of what this show is and what I always wanted this show to be. So we're going to do a lot of that. A lot of people ask, are you going to do music reviews? Are you going to do album reviews? And I don't know. We're kicking up the whiskey bourbon reviews. Those are going to be mostly on TikTok as well, because really TikTok is where it's at right now. So we're going to do a lot of that. We are going to put some more stuff out on YouTube. Maybe we'll do a little more in-depth reviews of the whiskey and bourbons we're doing here on YouTube. But we'll see. We'll see how it all goes. But a big thing a couple of big things we got to do this year when it comes to the success of this show is one, we were nominated for Podcast of the Year over at our friends on Dirt Road FM. So a big shout out to them for even nominating us. I mean, really, you know. And we lost by a little bit to Chris Young. I guess if you're going to lose to anybody, it's Chris Young. And how poetic, right? If any of you watched our review or read I think I wrote it out. I wrote a blog about a review about Chris Young earlier this year. He was at Bald Point Park, and I wasn't impressed with his show. I love Chris Young. I love his music. I love everything about him, but his show kind of sucked to me. So I guess it's poetic justice, right? I guess Chris got the last laugh. And that's okay. That's fine. It's all good. Just to be nominated, like I said, is fucking huge. Excuse my language. We were also, we're part of the New England Music Association awards or what, however the official, NEMA, we're part of them. So we were able to also present the New England Music Award for Country Act of the Year to our friend April Cushman. And we did another one. Actually, I can't even remember which one we did. It was probably something along those lines, bluegrass or, something. But that was a lot of fun. That was at Six String, another venue we're becoming friendly with. Doing some cool things with them as well. So I appreciate them a whole bunch too. Let's see. What else did we do? Again, a lot of shows. Oh, you know what? That's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about my favorite show of the year. My favorite show this year that I got to see was probably Whiskey Myers. No, I lied. Yeah, no, Whiskey Myers, Cody Johnson, and Shane Smith. Those were the 3 shows this year that blew me away. The shows I didn't care for. I didn't care for Chris Lane's show. The second time I saw him this year, I saw him twice. The first show this year was great. It was at the House of Blues. It was awesome. Second show, he was hammered. It sounded like an asshole. And he was done really, really fast. So, whatever. So, those, and then Chris Young, the other one I didn't really care for all too much. But all the other shows, a big shout out to Morgan Wallen and his team for giving us like third row tickets. That was pretty big. So this year for shows, I can tell you that I know for sure, Cadillac 3 coming up. I can also tell you for sure we are going to be at Luke Combs at Gillette, so stay tuned for that later this year. And I think we are going to be at Morgan Wallen at one of the nights at Fenway. Also, hopefully, we have a big interview-ish. It'll probably be a short one, but a big interview with a Opry member at the end of January. So let's hope for that. We got a lot of cool stuff coming up, but I wanted to kind of recap the year and say a big thank you to everybody for all the support and all that stuff. And I know I don't, get to thank everybody a ton or do a lot of videos, and I want to get back to it. I really do. As just a, kind of an update, and, so you can see my face. I can, not that you want to see my face, but, just in case you wanted to. But yeah, so thank you everybody for everything. God, what else am I missing from this year? A lot of shows, a lot of podcasts. That's really it. We got to meet a lot of people we've had on this show in person, which was a lot of fun. We've gotten really close with Nick Casey, so that's been great too. Obviously, we've gotten closer and closer with Russell James from Scarlet Drive and April Cushman, and all those guys, all the locals. We love working with the locals, that's for sure. But yeah, we got some cool things. We got actually a couple of big shows coming up with Houston Bernard and Scarlet Drive, as Scarlet's going to be the headliner there. It's going to be Scarlet Drive, Houston Bernard, and Nick Casey at the Brighton Music Hall here coming up in February. If you're local, get tickets for that. It's going to be a hell of a show. Yeah, you don't want to miss that. And then I believe we have a show with them as well at Off the Rails in March. I'm not sure I'm supposed to let that out of the bag, but oh, and another show we're definitely going to be at is Drew Parker at Mohegan Sun on my birthday, March the 4th. Then we're going to make it a little birthday bash, see our buddy Greg again, and see our friend Drew Parker and everybody in the band. So we're looking forward to that. Um, and really, that's it that I know of for next year as of right now. You know how this works. You know, shit moves so fast that, you know, what is today could be not tomorrow. So, you know, I wanted to just thank you again for listening and taking the time out of your busy days to listen to my ramblings and, you know, our guests for an hour every week. It really means the world to me. I never imagined with this to be what it's become, but I'm very grateful that it has. So I think that's it. You know, we did it. We had a great year. Very excited to see what happens in 2023 and to celebrate our second anniversary, which I can't believe was coming up in May, I want to say. Yeah, May we launched everything in 2021, and then our first conversations happened in like August of 2021. So, you know, big year. Number 2, we're 2. Wow, God, that's weird. But yeah, so again, thank you so much, everybody. We look forward to seeing you down the road. You know, check out our social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, you know, the whole 9 yards. And now you know, we'll do more on our YouTube channel. So guys, really, until next time, keep those boots on the ground, the whiskey in the glass, y'all. Cheers. Thank you. Happy New Year. And we'll see you in 2023.